All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here on the new Wrestling Jesus channel, folks. There, not sure if this shit is working there. We got one viewer. Last time I was live, the chat wasn't working for whatever reason there. I wasn't seeing the comments come true there. Live chat. Zubair Talk TV, I'm here for you, WJ. Thank you, Zubair. Fuck. We got 11 viewers, ladies and gentlemen. I can see the chat there. It's set to live chat, folks. So basically, last night, I made a video about the return of CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, on AEW Rampage, you know what I mean? Did a video at like 1 a.m. kind of deal, or midnight or something, you know. Watched the promo again today. Now, last night when I listened to the promo, it was done from like a fan camera perspective, you know. Like a shitty 10-minute vid. It was an okay vid, but like now that I saw the real clips of the promo and I saw his face, you know, the facial expressions and everything, made me dislike the promo even more, folks. Now, I'm not going to say that I hate CM Punk or whatever. Like I said, it's a good thing that he's back for AEW, you know what I mean? Is this going to draw in the casuals? You know, that's a different story there. Cinematic Middleton, Wrestling Jesus is at it again. We got Sean's View Entertainment, folks. No fear, Brash One is here. You're a legend. Thank you, sir, there. Opinionated Junkie. CM Punk is better than you. I think he's talking to Sean or to Zubair there. But here's the deal, folks. I'm going to be doing a review of the promo, folks, because I think that it was just pandering to fucking indie smarks and mongoloids, and it kind of made me feel sick to my stomach a little bit, you know what I mean? Like I said yesterday, first off there, it ticks off all the fucking angry, bitter indie promos that take place in AEW, you know what I mean? WWE's bad. WWE made me sick. And then he assigns blame to WWE. Everything that I've ever done, leaving for 7 years, it's all WWE's fault. And then, of course, this is real wrestling. He has to add this into it. Like, it just came off very cringe to me, and every AEW promo is the fucking same. WWE hurt my feelings. This is where real wrestling is at. I mean, why does every promo have to be like this? Like, we've already heard the same thing 100 times. But let's get into some of the shit he said, folks. I took some notes there. So first off, we're winging this. We are winging it. I didn't plan this. I didn't plan this, but I knew I had to feel it. And then all the crowd. So basically, this is like a reference to the pipe bomb or whatever. The pipe bomb that was written by WWE there. The shoot promo that was written by McMahon or whoever wrote it. You know what I mean? It's a reference to this. but it's also cheap pandering to the 300-pound mongoloids in the crowd. This isn't a scripted promo. This is how I feel. First of all, it's obvious that your promo was fucking scripted or rehearsed or whatever. Like, it's obvious it was fucking rehearsed. Like, give me a fucking break. We're winging this. You and I are winging this. I have to feel this. WWE, they're evil. I mean, scripted promos. Come on. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's too much. It's too much. The guy crying was ridiculously funny, says Kakashi83. They're all crying. You know what I mean? They're all fucking crying there. That's what it is. It's videos of these people all over Twitter and wherever doing their reaction. It's bad. Like, tears of joy is one thing, but like, these people are crying like it's their mother watching their daughter get married or something. And like, give it up. Like, it's too much. Even he was crying, CM Punk, and he's talking about crying in this promo. Every fan, look at a picture of me last night. I was crying with a mouthful of fucking Doritos or whatever. It finally happened. Like, they already knew it was coming, the fucking return. You know what I mean? Like, they already knew he was coming back, but this whole thing, WWE fucking chains me up, and now I get to cut a shoot promo. I feel it. In WWE, I didn't get to feel my promos. Like, give it a break. Like, I was hoping for something different from him. I wanted him to fucking go out there. Hey, it's not Kenny, it's me, the best in the world. Put on the product, like, for the show you're gonna wrestle for. Put on the performance. Don't just make it about WWE. Like, you know, this is like the bubble of indie fans. They're like, this WWE, you know what I mean? But regular people don't care about this. They're not going to come in and jack off to the same indie promo. Nobody cares. Like, we've already seen this same fucking promo. They all say the same fucking shit when they go out there. Like, give it a fucking rest. Like, and then, like, he says something, he panders to the crowd, and then he makes a face. He's like, 7 years. I feel you, Chicago. Then he's pandering. He's like, Chicago. You know, when I started to see these over-the-top pandering faces, it's like, WWE hurt me. I love you. Give it a rest. It's too much, folks. It's too much. Spectral MK CM Punk is such an ungrateful little bitch. Exactly. Folks, this martyr gimmick, this victim gimmick of CM Punk, WWE gave him everything. So what? He didn't get to wrestle in the main event of Mania. Maybe it would have happened 5-6 times by now. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Because he lost against part-timers like The Rock. You're lucky that you got to fucking wrestle The Rock, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, all these big names. He beat John Cena, won multiple championships. He got to bury the entire company just to make himself look like a star. They gave him everything. You know what I mean? A bunch of belts and everything. Oh, they treated me bad. Shut the fuck up. Like, what a fuck. Grow a set, bud. You know what I mean? Grow a fucking set. Like, and then he's like, oh, I got a lot to say. We won't get to it all right here, right now. But I got the time now. I'm going to be here forever. You know, so basically it's going to be like what anti-WWE promo every fucking week. You know what I mean? Isn't this going to get old there? Hey, there was a steroid trial in the early 90s. WWE has a glass ceiling. Are we going to get this every week? Like, you know what I mean? WJ, how would you have reacted if Punk returned as a heel and ripped on the fans, AEW and Tony Khan? I would have felt better. That's what I'm saying. Like, go in, talk shit against Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega. Hey, I'm the man now. I'm coming in. I'm a wrestler here to wrestle, like, and be the best and win the belt. That's what a wrestler does, not come in. I'm a victim. I love you. Like, come in and be a wrestler. You're going to beat up Kenny Omega. You're going to beat up, not come out and suck the dick of 300-pound social rejects. Big, fat, sweaty idiots who have never had sex in their life. You go out there and you be the star, not make them the star. We're winging this. It's too much, you know what I mean? If anything about me ever disappointed you, like basically him being gone, like whatever about him that pissed off the fans, he didn't go into too much detail, but for example, there's him talking down to fans, treating fans like shit on multiple occasions over the years. You know what I mean? His holier than thou fucking bullshit attitude and all this. There's lots of reasons, but if anything, basically about me ever disappointed you, I understand. But if you would understand that I never would have been healthy physically, emotionally, spiritually by staying in the place that made me sick. You know what I mean? And then he got a big reaction. Oh, yeah. They made you sick. Again, they gave this man everything. They gave him everything. All kind of big matches, all kind of stuff. He got to meet AJ Lee there. He became a popular wrestler, not in Ring of Honor. Like, you know what I mean? The reason that people mark out as he sits down there is because of the shoot promo that was written by WWE, which took place in WWE. That's why they mark out for Ice Cream Bar. This is all WWE stuff. You know what I mean? Without WWE, this man wouldn't have jack shit. He would have never had a chance to go and be embarrassed in UFC, right? The only reason he was brought in was because he was known in WWE. This man should be on his hands and knees kissing McMahon's ass for making him into somebody, you know what I mean? Like, this whole victim routine because he was hurt by Ryback. What a fucking pussy. Like, wrestlers would wrestle with broken necks, They were injured all the time. Ryback hurt me. Oh, I gotta leave. What a fucking pussy, like, for real, like. This man should have went back and conquered WWE if he was that good. Fight Roman Reigns, fight Triple H, right some wrongs or whatever. That's what a real man does. You fucking right the wrongs. You don't go to the crybaby B-League company or whatever. You know what I mean? I was hurt. Just like the Young Bucks. WWE tried to sue us. Jim Cornette was mean. Kenny Omega, all the WWE stands. They're so hurtful to me. Like, what is this? Like, the fucking battered women wrestling company? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, give me a fucking put your fucking pants on, boys, there and fucking be men. You're there to fucking wrestle. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, you know what I mean? For the love of Christ. So basically, there he's everything that he's done is WWE's fault. He throws them under the bus, or just basically shift the blame, all the blame about me, guys. I abandoned y'all and talk shit about y'all for 7 years. I said I was too good for wrestling. That's all McMahon's fault. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to be a UFC badass. It didn't work. I failed hard. Now I'm back. I'm not going to mention that in this promo, though. It's all WWE's fault. And the big sweaty mongoloid taking it all in. And then, can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story? Then he takes off his shirt and he reveals the new t-shirt or whatever. Like, and then they're all going to buy it. It's a rip-off of the WWE white CM Punk shirt. They can't be original enough to just come up with a new one. Like, what's next? Is it going to be black with the yellow? Is that the next big shirt or whatever? Like, okay, so this one, there's a lot to unpack there, folks. There. He cried when he left Ring of Honor. He famously cried in his last Ring of Honor match, folks. I never heard about this, so it's not a famous thing that he cried when he left Ring of Honor, because nobody cares about Ring of Honor. The whole Ring of Honor pandering there. This only works with these indie psychos. The real wrestling fan base, even the lapsed fans, they do not care about Ring of Honor. Okay, if you're talking like Ring of Honor is better than WWE, that's retarded nonsense there. Nobody takes this serious, and it's like see-through pandering. Like, you know what? This is exactly what I feared would happen to CM Punk. Make him go out there and be a pandering retard to the retarded fan base that ruins everything. You know what I mean? Like, he cried when he left Ring of Honor. Now he knows why he was crying. He was going to be leaving a place that he loved, a place that was home, a place that loved pro wrestling. They love wrestling. It's like, fuck, what the, like, it's so cringy. Like, the whole WWE isn't wrestling, indie is pro wrestling. This is retarded. A wrestler should know this, that WWE is pro wrestling. It's the biggest company of all time. Enough with this retarded nonsense that the indie fans write on the computer. Like, the indies is real wrestling, so WWE isn't the best wrestling company because it's sports entertainment. So that means ROH is the best wrestling company. This is psycho stuff from indie fans. The fact that wrestlers come out each week and say the same shit to fucking pander to retarded opinions like this, it makes me fucking sick. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, troll, hate. I don't know what the comments are right now there, but say whatever the fuck you gotta say. Like, I'm a bad person, what have you. But this is fucking lame. Like, it's fucking lame. ROH was real wrestling. Nobody cares about Ring of Honor. This is not real wrestling. It's junk. Nobody ever gave a shit. Davey Richards as world champion. What? Now it's Jay Lethal or whatever, world champion. Whatever's the champ now. Nobody ever gave a fuck about Ring of Honor except for a tiny portion of indie fans. Nobody cares. You're not going to reach the casuals with this. You're not going to bring in the lapsed fans. Imagine the cool lapsed fan comes back, folks. Hey, I'm a cool lapsed fan. I was watching UFC. I'm too good for wrestling. Imagine, oh, I heard about this guy called CM Punk. He's back. Hey, I'm a cool lapsed fan. And then you go into the room and it's a bunch of 300-pound freaks eating Cheetos. CM Punk's back. You think the lapsed fan is going to want to stick around when he sees the way the fans are acting? Like, give me a fucking break. You know, you're going to have to set up more bots on Twitter. Hello, I am a lapsed fan. I have returned because of AEW. Thank you, Tony Khan. Fuck you, Vince McMahon. You're going to have to set up more of these fucking bots there because you ain't bringing no lapsed fan with this horse shit. You know what I mean? You're going to have a couple of people that are going to watch extra. You're not going to see a bunch of lapsed fans coming back. You know, the lapsed fans were fans of WWE and WCW. You know, they left. You understand? They're not interested in watching indie garbage. Nobody is. Like, you know, Ring of Honor, nobody ever got views in Ring of Honor. Nobody ever cared. How do they think that making a goofy version of ROH and TNA mixed together, mixed with DDT perverted Kenny Omega wrestling, how did they think that this would bring in the lapsed fans? That was always their plan, to bring in these fans, right? But obviously it's not happening, which is why you have retard people writing obvious fake tweets with bot accounts. I am a lapsed fan. It's fucking embarrassing, like, for real. And y'all think he's going to bring back lapsed fans by talking about Ring of Honor, like, and sucking the cock of indie fans by praising Ring of Honor. These fans don't even watch Ring of Honor anymore. They turn their back on it because they're fickle retards. You know what I mean? He cried when he left Ring of Honor because it was going to be a place that, you know, that he loved, and it was real pro wrestling. And he cried because he was going to have to go to WWE, and it wouldn't be easy for a guy like him because I'm one of you. What a fucking joke. And that, first of all, there, imagine being a grown man pro wrestler and saying that you cry because you love Ring of Honor so much. It's real wrestling. I cried because I had to go to the WWE. What kind of fucking fake pandering bullshit is this? Is this a man? Like, imagine somebody, I don't want to go to the NFL where I have to actually work hard at a real level and I won't get everything handed to me like a big retard. I want to stay in the big leagues, in the small leagues, where they love football. Like, imagine crying that he had to go to the big leagues in WWE to make money for real, to fight for real. Maybe this is why he didn't get what he wanted, because he went into WWE with a retarded indie fan mentality. Is this what he's saying? I cried because I left Ring of Honor because they love real wrestling. And I knew I was going to go to a place. He knows he's going to go to WWE, and that made him cry. Fuck off. Like, if this was actually real, that he cried because he feared how they would treat a guy like him, maybe that would explain fucking up and having a weird logic in WWE. They made me wrestle The Rock, a part-timer. I want to quit. I lost against The Undertaker. I should leave. Like, get the fuck over yourself, retard. But, like, the fact that he cries, he says, because he had to go to the real company, I don't respect this. As a man there, who I'm not a guy that jerks off to Darby Allin. You know what I mean? I'm a man. As a man, hearing him say this, I can't picture Mike Tyson crying. I cried when I had to go to the real boxing matches. I wanted to stay in the amateurs. I cried. I couldn't respect this. Nobody would respect this, to hear him say that he cried because he had to go to WWE. I see this as a fucking bitch, a fucking fake, who's pandering to fucking psychos there. Like, we all bash WWE, but the indie fans, they go too far with it. And wrestlers shouldn't pander to this retarded stuff. I cried when I had to go to WWE, guys, because I love Ring of Honor. Like, this makes you look bad. You know what I mean? That's the problem with AEW. They're pandering to a bunch of retards. So when they act like retards like this, you know what I mean? And you gotta pander to that, then the regular people are gonna watch and think it's bad. Because people don't want to hear this Ring of Honor is good wrestling I made. That's not what real people want to see. Like, okay, it wouldn't be easy for a guy like me. They gave you everything, you fucking goof. They gave him the world title. They gave him everything. He got to fight Undertaker again. He got the golden treatment because he didn't main event Mania. He quits, grow a fucking set, and just eventually fucking main event. You know what I mean? I can't believe that he quit because he said he was mistreated as a wrestler. Like, this is bad business. He's a bad businessman. Like, it's embarrassing. And they would mistreat a guy like me because I'm one of you. Like, really? This is like cringe level of pandering. WWE is going to treat me bad because I'm like you. And you hate WWE. Oh, it's fucking sickening. Like, grow a fucking pair of balls, you skinny little fucking runt. Like, you know what I mean? Grow a fucking set, like, because I'm one of you. This man always belittled wrestling fans, always put himself above the fans, always treated fans like they were dirt. You know what I mean? I'm one of you. Get fucking real here. Like, WWE, I cried because I knew they'd treat me bad. Because I'm like you. Like, what is this? What the fuck is this for real? Like, this isn't a wrestling promo. You gotta get back there and fucking, hey, I'm here, not just cry and pander to psychos. Like, that's not a good way to go about it. I left pro wrestling in 2005 when he left Ring of Honor, and now I'm back. It's like regular people don't care about this. This is an indie fan exclusive thing that WWE is not wrestling. That they're superior because they watch pro wrestling. WWE is pro wrestling. You watch indie wrestling. That's a fact there. Like, that's a fucking fact. You know what I mean? But like this whole thing, ROH was real wrestling, WWE isn't. Like, this isn't going to speak to regular casual fans. It's only going to alienate them. It's going to keep them away. And you're going to end up ruining CM Punk. Like, that's what you're going to do. I'm back, and I'm back for you. I'm back for you. Oh, and I'm also back for me, too. I'm not going to lie. But I'm back because I want to work with the young talent that had the same passion that I had, that was stamped on. So it's always about being a victim with this guy. Like, I had passion. WWE stamped on it. They stamped on my passion. It's like, fuck, get over it. Like, this guy's more bitter than Bret Hart, for the love of Christ. Then WWE killed Bret Hart's brother, for the love of God. This guy fucking, they stamped on my passion. You know what I mean? Get the fuck over yourself and enough. This is too much. It's cringe. It's cringe. They hurt my passion, guys. But AEW gonna give me back my passion. It's like, get over it. You know what I mean? Get over it. It's too over the top. It's too fake. You know what I mean? Then it's Darby Allin, you're good. Okay, I talked about this not too long ago. I said I hope CM Punk doesn't go out there, pander to these marks, and then start praising Kenny Omega. This is what I said, okay? Now, instead of coming out and having a real match against a real opponent or something you can sink your teeth into there, he says he's going to wrestle Darby Allin. Is it because they have a score to settle? No. He's like, Darby, you're good. You know what I mean? He says, I'm going to help you. You know what I mean? So he says he wants to have a match with Darby Allin. Usually, folks, in wrestling, you have a match. It's supposed to be a fight. You know what I mean? You're supposed to hurt the other guy. This, you're good, Darby. You're good. I'm going to help you. What? Like, you're supposed to be like, hey, listen, you little fucking twig fucking bitch boy on the skateboard, I'm gonna break you in half like a little twig. That's what you're supposed to say, not you're good, Darby, and I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna have a wrestling match with you, which is gonna help you and put you over. That's not how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? This is embarrassing. That's what I think. It's very embarrassing, folks. Like, And then at the end, hey, I made you wait 7 years, folks, for my return, but I'm back. And you can get a free ice cream bar at the concession stand. And the old fans, no! Free ice cream. 300-pound dudes. They're sweating. I get it. They're happy. They get to refresh with a bit of ice cream. Let me change the scenery, folks, to finish things off here. Real life in the back here, folks. So basically, they're pandering to these marks with ice cream, and these fat people all excited that they get a free ice cream bar. Like, this is more comical than anything else. And honestly, I never got this thing with the ice cream. I don't get what the big deal is. This was a thing about WWE ice cream bar. You know what I mean? Bring back WWE ice cream bars. Like, I never really got this thing. And I don't know why he thinks he's cool for talking about ice cream. I don't get why the fans always acted like this. Like, ice cream bars from a different company. Ice cream? Like, I don't get the big thing of fake marking out for ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, jizz cream bars for the crying delusional fans. That's, So basically, WWE had ice cream bars. He referenced these bars. This makes him badass, I guess. And I guess AEW are going to come out with ice cream bars. They're going to be nasty, full of chemicals. They're going to open this up. You're going to have a dead fly on it. They're fucking frozen in the ice cream. And these big fat fucks are going to fucking gobble these things down. These are good. We like ice cream bar. Like, the whole thing is lame, you know what I mean? But CM Punk, somebody wrote a comment to me, you know what I mean? He's like, how old is this guy? Is he 50 years old? I checked it out. Apparently, he's going to turn 43 in like a couple months or whatever. But he did look old, you know what I mean? He did look like he's 50, you know what I mean? He kind of looked like a guy at the soup kitchen, his face. Like, I could picture him sitting down on the street. You gotta smoke. With the way he looked, like a gray beard and stuff. He could have at least dyed his beard a little bit or something, you know what I mean? He looked small or whatever, so time will tell what this is going to be, folks. Luchador Louis looks like a heroin junkie, CM crackhead. That's what he kind of looked like, you know what I mean? Like, no joke, WJ, people are buying the CM Punk ice cream bar wrappers on eBay for over $1,000. Really? Why? Like, what's wrong with these indie fans? They're psycho. They're fucked in the head, you know what I mean? Paying $1,000 for a wrapper of ice cream bar. Get a fucking life, you know what I mean? Like, I think they're going to fucking ruin him, especially the fans. With all of this crying, it should be like, hey, a wrestler came back. I'm excited. They're excited, but they're way too excited. I was crying. Why does it have to be about crying? Like, no, you're going to chase away whatever potential fan you can get. You know what I mean? You're going to end up ruining CM Punk. More promos of just pandering to the idiots' marks or whatever there. You're going to chase away potential new viewers. That's what's going to happen because the AEW fans are a real problem to the wrestling community. Like right now, all they're doing since Punk is back, it's apparently paying big money for ice cream bar, but they're bragging on Twitter. Fuck you, McMahon, you're dead. You're going to die. CM Punk is with us. He's one of us. I'm like him. Like, it's pathetic. Y'all are going to ruin CM Punk. CM Punk is an indie fan just like us. That's going to kill him. Like, if it's not a thing that he's a star wrestler, a big star from WWE, and he gets turned into an indie-loving sissy boy that cries about everything there, that's going to kill the character. It's going to kill whatever credibility he has with the real people. You know what I mean? Kenny, you're a good wrestler, and you're a good-looking guy. You know, is that going to be the promo? WWE, they made a big mistake, Kenny. You know, I'm not interested in this. And most people aren't going to be interested either. You're going to get some fuck. I saw some folks saying Vince is shaking in his boots. That's all they're going to do. They're going to attack all the WWE fans. They're going to be on every WWE post, on every website. CM Punk, he's one of us. He's like me, you know. And the whatever WWE fans that are going to see this, once again, it's going to create that negativity towards whatever the fuck it is that they're hyping up. If you're showing up on WWE SummerSlam video today and all you're going to see is, fuck you, ROH is real wrestling, this isn't wrestling, CM Punk, he relates to me. You know, that the WWE fans are going to see this. They're going to say, you know what? You can have CM Punk. I don't even want to deal with it. You know what I mean? They're going to tune in. Hey, who's CM Punk going to wrestle in a roster full of nobodies? What's the big match at the pay-per-view? Surely it should be a world title match or a match against Cody Rhodes or Kenny, a big name. Something you can sink your teeth into. What's it going to be? Darby Allin, you're very good. You're talented. I'm going to help you out and put you over in a match. Such a fucking amazing feud. Like, such a fucking big fucking first match. Like, give me a fucking break. These fans, they're going to kill Punk. They will. It's just the way it is. They ruin everything. Socially awkward people. You know, some of them might be raging in the comments. I'm not sure. They're socially awkward freaks. You can insult me, say what you want. But y'all always go too far with shit. Nothing you ever come up with is funny in any way. Nothing. All these jokes, Orange Cassidy when he does the small kicks. Oh, he's hitting him so hard. None of this is funny or cool. All you're doing is chasing away the fan base. Apparently, Vince McMahon said something that's good shit, pal, or whatever. And then it's like every comment, that's good shit, pal. Every joke you ever try to come up with is always bad. And everything you always beat the dead horse way longer. Like the fucking horse is evaporated by the time you're done with your shitty memes or jokes. You guys ruin everything because you're retarded. It is the way it is. You're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's the truth. It's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, Y'all are doing a disservice to AEW by acting the way that you act. You know, these people, they're from a weird bubble that they think they're superior because they watch shitty indie wrestling. Imagine this, like, I watch MLW, so I'm better than another human being. In what world does this make sense? It don't. It only makes sense in their retarded bubble. And they all repeat the same thing. Yeah, we're good because we watch Japanese wrestling. Yeah. You know, but in reality, you're going to be virgins for life. Like, you're never going to get laid. Okay, so please don't do what you always fucking do and apply it to CM Punk. Don't kill him. Like, there's potential. Maybe one day he'll still do the right thing and go to WWE and have a match against a real star like Roman Reigns. There's potential that he might still go to the real company, folks. But McMahon will definitely never, by the time AEW's dead, you know what I mean? When they die there and CM Punk is wrestling in Ring of Honor in front of 5 people, and you're going to want to see him back in WWE, when the inevitable happens and AEW will be dead there. If you completely kill him now there, if you ruin him the way that you've ruined every other thing you tried to promote, if you ruin him, then we'll never get the real CM Punk run that we want, you know what I mean, in WWE against real wrestlers at real pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all destroy him, then we're not going to get this later on. You know what I mean? So that's about it, folks. I'm surprised Impact still has fans. They don't, bro. They have barely any fan. But so, folks, SummerSlam tonight there, ladies and gentlemen. Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. What else do we got there? Roman Reigns versus John Cena. And there's other stuff, folks. I mean, what's CM Punk doing in the Impact Zone? Maybe he's going to go there with this big forbidden door or whatever there. But surprised Impact even alive. It's on life support. You know what I mean? Vic McMahon, Mac Michaels, Goldberg's son. Let's just hope they don't have his fucking son flexing again there. Like, isn't there like can Goldberg just go to McDonald's and have family time with his son, after the show? Like, go on the show and be a man, be a wrestler, be Goldberg. Like, I'm an old man and I love my son, damn it. Like, what is this? Like, maybe Goldberg will end up in the AEW in a couple months, folks. And then they're all going to praise him if he goes there, right? Oh, my God, he's back for the first time in 20 years on TNT, Goldberg. And then the fans are going to start marking out for his son or whatever, like they do with -1 there. Goldberg's son versus Rey Mysterio's son at WrestleMania. That could happen. Possibly Goldberg's son becomes a big man like his dad and ends up wrestling. That could happen. But for it to matter there, it has to happen in WWE because that's the big league. You know what I mean? That's the fucking big leagues. Cody Ray, CM Punk is probably broke. Smarks killed wrestling. Smarks buying triple XL Punk shirts there. It is what it is. I like ice cream. Where's my cream, guys? CM Punk. Things are gonna change now. Things are about to change, I thought. Embarrassing, folks. It's time for some real wrestling tonight, ladies and gentlemen. SummerSlam there. Bobby Lashley there. A man that's, he's got a good manager, folks. I like Bobby. He's not the best there, but he looks like a man. An arm big like this, you know what I mean? Going up against Goldberg. Goldberg, he's talking about his son, but at least Goldberg doesn't go out there. I was mistreated. Bobby, don't you mistreat me. Oh. Bobby, you're good. And I want to put you over at SummerSlam. The company hurt my feelings. Imagine Goldberg, that's the promo, You're next. You're next. Everybody gets to have ice cream. Okay. Everything's gonna be okay, guys. Imagine if that was Goldberg's promo, you know what I mean? Wouldn't we be mocking him? Wouldn't people mock him? Imagine coming out. Lashley versus Goldberg, 2-minute match. Probably there, but at least it's something. It's two big men with character, people we know that are gonna wrestle. It's not Danny Garcia. I'm sorry, it's not Danny Garcia, guys, from AEW. I mean, Triple H jobbed me out. Imagine Triple H. He's like a 14-time world champ or whatever, a ton of history. I was beat by Triple H. I was a big deal in Ring of Honor. I mean, I should have won. I knew I shouldn't have came here. I knew this wasn't real wrestling. Like, give me a fucking break. What happened to wrestling, folks? Like, what the fuck happened to wrestling? Child of Reason, CM Punk versus Danny Garcia and 2.0. Again, apparently they're called 2.0 because they're the second version of the Young Bucks. Like, what? And they have these people beating up their biggest stars every week. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, and some of the fans were saying they wanted Punk to be in a group with these people, 2.0 and Danny Garcia. What the fuck? A skinny guy who looks like a 15-year-old with fucking knee-high socks coming out looking like a fucking little wimp nerd. They want CM Punk to be associated with him in a group. Like, there are rumors that Lesnar is going to WWE. I hope not there, but goddamn. Maybe Brock's gonna come out there. Listen, WWE never let me cut real promos because I had a female voice. Okay? Is that what's gonna happen there? I was crying when I went to New Japan. And now I'm back in real wrestling. Is that what Brock's gonna do? Then he's gonna pull his pants down and get fucked up the ass by Kenny Omega or something. This is the real athlete. And then CM Punk. You said it, Brock. You said everything that needed to be said, didn't you guys? And Brock's crying in the corner. Let it all out, Brock. Let it all out. Is this what's going to happen if Brock goes? Like, Jesus Christ. It's dark times for wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna let y'all go there, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to watch some real wrestling, folks. Tony will make Brock job to Darby. Fuck, you never know. Imagine if CM Punk fucking loses to Darby Allin or something like, oh guys, he was so good. I mean, you know, garbage, folks, garbage. Until next time, peace. Your stream will stop immediately, and you will no longer be live.